We ready? Okay. No coffee now. I might call you down and fix me some more coffee.
No, I don't want coffee.
We're live? Let's start. Sorry. Turn this.
You said you were ready.
I am ready.
Okay, well.
Sorry, hello. Let me get started here. I'm sorry, guys. I just poured my coffee. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of Dubai. Too bad we don't have any music going. But yeah, just give us about 2 minutes. You can talk for now.
I guess she's going to leave me hanging. So did we go ahead and turn the social media on Facebook right now?
Yes, let's go ahead and get social media going.
All right.
Here is your coffee, my love.
Thank you,
That's how you do when you're married.
You're going to say my king.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, my queen.
There's your coffee, my king.
It's so silly. Anyway, hi everyone. Social media, Facebook. This is the Holloways here. If you're waiting for us last week, we've been going for 2 weeks, right?
We were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. January 29th was my wife's birthday, so I guess we took a break on that time. We were out of the country, and then coming back on the next weekend, we were just
Well, no, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
We flew into Dubai. We landed at 8-something Dubai's time.
Well,
actually, it was 7-something Dubai's time.
You get started off with Dubai. Trying to get straight to Dubai.
Well, you said why we didn't go on. I was ready to explain why.
But you skipped like a whole part. It was your birthday.
Oh, it was my birthday, but the reason why we didn't get on is because we were tired.
Yeah, but you had to give the order. Just go skip over a whole part, and then we just.
Okay, King. I'm sorry, King. I'm sorry. Look, we gotta do our introduction with our coffee.
Okay. This is Coffee with Jim and Ash. Boom. There you go.
And sip. Mine's too hot to sip right now. I got that cool. Okay,
yeah, sorry about it. There's no music. We're just here after church and everything. But we took 2 weeks off basically because we were out of the country. First being my wife's birthday. During that time we were in another country, and we thought about doing it in that country, Dubai. That's what we did go to. But it was just so much going on. We were just so tired. We decided, not to. We decided to wait.
14.5-hour flight, whole different side of the world. So we were like, me personally, I was a zombie.
Yeah, so definitely there's a time change. Then when we got back the following weekend, we were in Dubai for 1 week. The following weekend, we were still just tired. It's like, okay, we're still trying to, just rest. And,
We got back that Friday night. I don't think I recovered until Wednesday.
Yeah. But to be honest, this is our first time really out of the country of the United States. Can I tell them why it was our first time?
Sure.
Okay, so
because I don't know.
You don't know? Yes, you do know. Yes, you do.
Okay, tell everybody. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, Sierra. Hey, Kim. Hey, Tanya. Oh, look at George. George on here.
Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Anywho, anyway. Reason why it was our first time out of the country. I think we could have had some opportunities to go out of the country before, but at the time, I was just gonna say one of us had a phobia of going out of the country or leaving the United States of America, and that's okay, yeah. So basically, with all the stuff that happens in America, she thought this was the safest country in the world, but apparently it was not necessarily. We found out by going to our first country, Dubai, that America's not the safest country in the world.
That is not why I did not want to travel across the country. I had a phobia of flying across the world. I didn't think that America was the safest country because my cousin went to, they lived in a country for a while. I don't forgot the name of it. And she told me her kids, they were like an Asian country. She told me her kids were gone outside 2 a.m. It's like her kids are only like 12 and 13 years old. They're out 2 a.m. going to the library or wherever they want to go. So I knew America was not the safest country, but I still had a fear of flying that far and being in an unknown territory, and I wouldn't know anybody at all. So that was my fear.
Okay, so basically, based off it's just like a little bit your experience of going to another country now. Like, would you recommend just visiting other countries or?
Absolutely, it just changes your entire outlook of the world, of America. It lets you see things differently. It actually made me more grateful and appreciative, even though Dubai is a nice country. It's like upscale. it just still made me appreciative just to be in America, because I learned some things about Dubai that I was like, oh, okay, I see how they work. And so we want to just kind of share with you all some of the things that we learned about Dubai in case you ever want to visit.
Did you have any like expectations going to Dubai, or
all I know is
preconceived notions or anything like that?
Well,
Stereotypes.
According to you and everybody else, there were kings in Dubai. There was a king in Dubai that we all watched on. A king. So I was looking forward to meeting the king. I thought maybe when we got there, he was going to greet us. And
you think the king was going to greet us?
Because we're from America. You know, everybody wants to come to America. So I figured once he heard that Ashley and Jamal Holloway were going to Dubai, the king was going to open his palace gates. I was thinking there was not going to be any trash on the street. I was thinking, you know, I honestly, I didn't know what I was going to see in Dubai. It was just going to be an experience. More so, I was looking forward to seeing all those pretty buildings that they show on TV. And for the most part, everything was like we see on TV, except the king is called, what's he called?
Sheikh.
A sheikh. He's not, they say he's not a king. He's a sheikh.
Yeah, so sheikh, that's the difference, you know. So, and also another thing about Dubai too that we have learned, like, you know, you have other dignitaries in the world, like, you know, prime ministers of the European countries and some African countries, and presidents of European African countries, of course, the president of the United States. You know, everywhere they go, they have bodyguards or security around them, right? Well, the sheikh, believe it or not, it's, you know, he has no security. He drives his own car. Nobody drives him. He'll
go to the mall.
He'll go to the mall.
Drink coffee.
He has a favorite coffee shop in the mall. He's very, like, you know, in with the people. And maybe because this country is just so safe, because
I didn't see any guns out there.
I saw one gun.
I did not see that gun. I think he mistaken that for a baton.
No, it was a gun.
And then also there was no trash on the ground at all.
No, it's so clean.
Yeah, I saw one person litter with a piece of paper. I saw one person. I don't know why he did that. Let's see what else about the palace. The king. It was something I was trying to say about the king. Oh, not the king. The sheikh.
The sheikh. Okay, what, the palace that we went to?
No,
we didn't get close to it. I mean, we got close enough.
We got close enough. I think we got closer than we could have got to the White House.
No, you go to the White House. You go to the gate. It's like you actually go in. They have tours of the White House you can go to.
But I was no cursing. I didn't hear any cursing. You know
what? You're right.
Out here, you go down the street, you hear somebody cursing somebody out. F this, and you know, I didn't hear not one person curse in Dubai. I really like that. And the predominant religion out there is Islam. They practice Islamic faith, but it's not required. So you don't have to be a Muslim to go to Dubai, but that's just their religion. And what me and Jamal, the thing that Jamal and I really appreciated was the fact that everywhere you went, they had prayer rooms. Like you go to the mall, there's a prayer room. You go,
there's a mall, a museum. You go to out and about. They have prayer rooms just about everywhere. It's really ingrained in there. I just say this: Dubai, you know, for their religion, they're very devout. I can appreciate that. That's like, wow. It's like, but the thing is, you don't have to be a Muslim to go in there either. You can be you can be another religion and you can go in that prayer room. At the airports, you have a prayer room in the airport. But in America, I think they have prayer rooms in the airport too here in America. But in Dubai, they have like prayer rooms like a bathroom. Like that's all. You pay attention to. It's like, wow, they have prayer rooms whatever. We can just go and pray. And so that's a very devout country, and they're very, of course they have some like liberal, the more liberal side of Islam, but still they are very devout in what their belief is, and I can appreciate that. So here's some preconceived notions that I had too, though. So honestly, before I went over to Dubai, I thought everyone there was just going to be like this rich. Honestly, I thought everybody's going to be driving a Lamborghini or a Bugatti or something like that, BMW type of vehicles.
And I didn't think that. I told Jamal that can't be. You can't go to a country and everybody is rich. That's impossible. But he really believed that.
Yeah, I did. I'm not going to lie. That was a conceived notion. Although it's a very rich country due to the oil, that's in that country. Everybody is not like rich, but everybody is working. This is something I didn't expect, though. It's real. So I didn't even know this to expect it. There is no homeless people in Dubai.
Not one.
Not one homeless person is in Dubai. You can't be homeless. in Dubai.
Yeah, they'll kick you out. If you are homeless, they'll kick you out of the country.
Well, I say, or deport you.
You'll be deported.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like this. You have to have like a their country's green card, whatever, just to even get into the country. Because like you have to have a green card to work. You have to get there legally. What else did we learn about that process though?
Oh, with that, what we learned was that, so first of all, in Dubai, only 20% of they call them Emiratis. Only 20% of the Emiratis, those are natives of Dubai, they are from there. The rest, 80% is from around the world. So you
everywhere around the world. Every country you can think of.
Every country is represented
in Dubai. Yes.
And so what we learned was you can never become a citizen of Dubai unless you were born like your people had to be.
Yeah, you had to be Emirati.
You have to be an Emirati in order to be considered a citizen. Otherwise, you are never going to be a citizen of Dubai. No matter all the people that say I'm moving to Dubai, you can move there, but you'll never be a citizen. You'll just be a resident until you decide to move back. So majority of 80% of that country is there for work because their country is poor. So they decide they're where they're from.
Okay,
I'm sorry, not Dubai, but the country that they're coming from, whether that's Kenya. I have a friend I met in Kenya. I met out there.
Who's from Kenya?
Who's from Kenya? Her name is Vivian. We became friends.
Philippines.
Yeah, a lot of Filipinos.
Basically, the reason why they come to Dubai is because there is available work. It's cheaper for them to leave their country and go to Dubai. And what's the form of currency
in Dubai?
Yeah,
it's called it's an it's called a dirham or dirham, whatever you want to pronounce it. Dirham or dirham.
She says dirham because that's the southern from Texas.
The lady told me that you can call it a dirham.
It's dirham.
One dirham is equivalent to almost, $1, $1 US dollar is equivalent to about 3.67.
Yeah, $3.67.
No, it's not no $3. There you go.
It's $3.
No, 3 dirhams.
$1 is equivalent to $3.67 of US currency. So every $1 you have in US, you get $3.67 of dirhams. So
if you're gonna go to Dubai, you get your currency changed over while you're in America, but make sure you spend all that money because if you come back, it's worth less. Surprisingly, I thought that money would have been worth more, but it's actually less.
And another thing too, they're having they're trying to get a population boom. I think they're going to be successful. They want actually more people to move to Dubai. And when you're flying over there, you listen to the headset. That's their goal. I think it's right now. I think it's 3.5 million people in the country of Dubai. And one thing they have that a lot of I think first world countries don't have is they have a lot of room. It's a big desert, so they can just it's a big desert. So they can build anywhere. So they can build buildings far and wide, tall and wide, and you have skyscrapers everywhere. So that they can definitely increase the population there easily, like 100 times almost, because it has so much room to build. And you want to say something else?
I want to say if anybody has any questions while we're talking about this, please put them in the chat. Or if you want to come on camera and ask us a question, feel free. We will bring you on camera. We just want to kind of talk about our experience in Dubai, just in case you all may want to go or just curious of what it's like in Dubai. But what I wanted to go back to was talk about how I was just amazed at how people say they want to move to Dubai. Mm-hmm. But I just want everybody to know you will never become a citizen of Dubai.
But you don't have to though. That's the thing. You still get benefits that are really good, even though you're not a citizen. So it's not. I wouldn't say that's a too bad thing.
But this is one reason why I wouldn't want to move there because much like in America, we talked about this together. When you're in America, you can come to America poor, but you can always work your way up and become financially. Yes. But in Dubai, if you go there poor, you're gonna pretty much stay in that same class. It's not really opportunity, I think, to progress. Why is that?
Okay, so it's hard
from what we saw.
For what we experienced, like the people there. If you're coming from a poor country, they'll let you in at that particular level, and you can make money, and you can sit. And most of the people that are there, they're working to send money back to their home countries. But you pretty much are going to stay that there, 10 to 15 years, you're going to stay at that level. You're not going to, it's hard to kind of move up that scale. So it's kind of like a little bit of a classism there. But on the same token, though, if you move there, like say if, I'm in insurance now, right? I'm a professional insurance agent. My wife's a nurse. If you want to move there in those professions, they get paid more money over there than they say, in the United States, on average. Especially like if you're a nurse or a teacher or any type of professional, they're definitely looking for those type of people to move to that country. So you're gonna get some amenities that like middle class or a little upper middle class if you move over there. Now, as far as on that side of it, is moving up. I don't know if you can or can't, but that is something. If you come there poor, you have a job, but you're pretty much going to remain not poor, but you will be like a middle class or lower class, whatever. But it's something I do like too, though. Speaking of, since you brought that up, even if you are like considered so-called lower class, right? It's something I think America could adopt. The companies that you work for, right? They pay for your housing.
But
what?
The housing is not. It's so.
We don't know what the housing.
For instance, our taxi drivers, right? All the taxi drivers, everybody that do the tours, everybody there, like we said, 80% of the country are there to work, and that's the part that I don't like. Is like everybody's just there to work. Nobody's there to like start a family and live and grow.
Hold up, no, you can't say that because we saw that. We went to wash our clothes. Just had the lady there. She was taking care of the kids.
She was a maid.
Yeah, but she was taking care of somebody
else's kids. And guess what? She
was
from a whole different country.
Yeah, but somebody else there has a family there. You can't say people out there start a family. That's incorrect.
Okay, well they do have families. How can I say? Well, the poor class. I say the poor. Nobody's homeless, but you do have people that are poor there. Because they pay their construction workers is what we were told about $900 a month. 900 dirhams a month, which is equivalent to about what 9 times 3, $2,700 a month American money.
But the thing is, all right, so it's 900 dirham a month, plus they have their expenses paid for. They don't have to pay for housing. They don't have to pay for health insurance.
Wait.
They don't have to pay for health insurance.
The guy that drove our taxi from Pakistan, he said the health insurance covers only if you have a cold,
flu,
or you have the flu.
Yeah.
But anything else,
but in America, they don't. You'll get none of that paid for.
I mean, a cold and flu, you can take some Theraflu for that. You don't need to go to the doctor.
If I have the flu and I go to the emergency room, I gotta pay $3,000.
No, you can go
just for a flu.
No, you gonna pay it. You gonna go to the.
To be honest with you, I think that was from his perspective though. That was one tour guide. We had to go there.
I think he's telling the truth.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. I think he's telling his truth. That's all. He's telling his truth to from his point of view from where he lived. I think there's other people that we did not get a chance to talk to or speak with that they would say, they pay for our housing and they pay for our insurance and they pay for this and this. And so, but the fact of the matter is, you have more of your money. Oh, third thing that's a benefit. There's no taxes. So whatever money that I'm earned from whatever employment, I'm getting 100% of my money. It's not going anywhere else but to me. So that's why if you're working or living in Dubai, you're coming out ahead.
So how do they pay for infrastructure? How do they build all these buildings in these thoroughways and nice freeways? And how do they have schools and all this good stuff if you don't have to pay taxes? How does the government get their money?
Yeah, how does the government get their money?
That's the question. In America, we pay taxes so we can have the highways and we can have schools and we can have police officers. Why? How do they get their money in Dubai if nobody pays taxes?
Nobody does pay taxes, but
we do pay taxes here.
I didn't say here.
But you have to be more clear.
In Dubai, no one pays taxes because the government is they own the oil fields. It's not privately owned. The government owns that, so they have you don't understand how much money they have because they have all this oil. Right. It was discovered in 1967, I believe.
66.
Or 1966.
So it's really new.
Yeah, it's really new country. And what the country did, the sheik or the families of the sheik, whatever, it's a whole bunch of oil in that part of the world. And what they did was they saved their money from all the oil sales. And they still have tons of oil, tons of oil. And so they saved their money. And after that, after making billions and billions of dollars, they started, we could just build we're going to build our city. One thing too they do that I think California residents could benefit from, because he may not be aware of this, but sometimes California has a drought sometimes because they have no water. Well, Dubai has no water. It's
dry.
It's dry, right? But if you look at it, But if you go to Dubai, you see there's a whole bunch of plant life, and it's like plants all over the city. It's very beautiful.
Trees.
And he's like, well, how do they do this? And there's no water. Okay, so it's just like two ways they get water. All right. The first way is a big Dubai is next. It's a coastal city, so it's salt water. It's right next to the ocean, basically. And so they have a factory that takes that salt water. They recycle the water, get all the salt out of the water, and it's fresh. And that's the water they use for either drinking water.
And it does not taste good. I will have to say that water, the bottled water, did not taste good. No matter if we got the off-brand Dubai water, if we got my Dubai water.
I didn't have I didn't have a problem with the water. I guess
it did not taste good.
But anyway, it's maybe it's distilled, but it's water from the ocean, and they convert. And I know that costs a lot of money, because one thing about California is that they said, why don't we do that? And they said it's too expensive to convert salt water to fresh water because it's just real hard. But I guess Dubai just has so much money, and they have the equipment to do that. They can just use ocean water.
Don't we drink ocean water?
No, we don't. Everything we drink is recycled.
Well, okay.
It's recycled. And plus, it rains. We have rain, and we use. So we have treatment plants and all that stuff.
But the question was, so how do they keep their vegetation and all that?
Okay,
they have pipes underground. They have these all over the city. They have these water lines that.
It's actually on top of the ground.
Well, they're on top of the ground. You can actually see them, but it's not obvious. But it's obvious.
These black lines, yeah. So everywhere there's like plant life. Like they have these black pipes. It's all over the city. If you pay attention to it, you can see them good. And they constantly water. They daily water the plants and everything, so you can get all the beautiful plant life. And that's recycled water. So they recycle the ocean water, boom. And then after that, the water that comes from people, like the mess water, treatment water. They treat that water. They water the plants in the city. And so they use that. They recycle the water that people use, and then they use the water, the plants, and everything. That's how all the plant life and everything in Dubai works. And I thought that's pretty cool. It was wow, it's so they don't have to worry about that. That's why they can freaking grow, because it doesn't matter, if it's a desert or not. They're using the ocean water, and the ocean water is I'm gonna say it's unlimited, but it's a whole lot of ocean water. So definitely they just keep converting that into fresh water.
But I want to go back to when we first got on the plane, when we first checked in at Intercontinental Airport, we saw these beautiful ladies. There were 30 of them. They were just beautiful and neat.
The Emirates
and I was
attendants.
I wonder where they from, Mm-hmm. And then they found out they were our flight attendants. I mean, they were dressed from head to toe. They had their lipstick on. They had their hair pulled in a bun, just neat. And not only that, they were so nice, so kind. And sometimes you can be beautiful on the outside and have an ugly spirit, and then you don't look that pretty. But these ladies were so nice and kind. I was just amazed at just the flight itself because of the way they treated us, the way they spoke to us, the way they just everything was wonderful. We flew Emirates, and so I would highly recommend.
Yeah, I love the uniforms too. The uniforms are definitely stylish and everything. Every single one of them had this red lipstick.
And they had their hair pulled back.
They had the hat on. They were balling.
They were clean. They had on the pumps, their red pumps, and
they were styling.
And then they treated us like royalty. We had 3 meals on the plane. Even though I didn't, care for it, it was still nice. Jamal and I ate all 3 meals. My wife doesn't have a expansive palate. No, that's food. Because your stomach can just hold anything.
That's all. She doesn't have it's not expensive, so it's gonna be hard for her.
But I did pretty good.
Once we start traveling the world, she's gonna be it's gonna be hard for her to eat some of the traditional foods of the country.
Because they do have a lot of American restaurants in Dubai. Because, like we said, 80% of the country is from 80% of the people that live in Dubai is from all over the world.
All over the world, not from Dubai. Yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing too.
Anybody have any questions regarding it? Because we can talk forever on Dubai. It was fun.
Let's just keep talking until somebody wants to talk. You know what I mean? I'm not.
I just want to know if anybody had any questions.
If they do, they can always comment or chime in.
Oh, look at Tyrone over here on YouTube. Hey, Tyrone. Yeah, you got a question? What's the weather like in Dubai? He wants to know what the weather's like in Dubai.
Well, you tell him.
Oh, when we went, it was called winter. It was their winter, like us. So their winter is about 76, 77 degrees, which is beautiful to me. But they don't get anything cooler than that. So we did ride with the air one.
Another thing too, because it's an Islamic country, there's no pork in any restaurant you go to, which I think is a really good thing. They keep all pork out of there in their food. They have like say they have a McDonald's over there, right? Or any fast food that serves like sausage over here in the United States. It's going to be chicken sausage.
Oh,
I actually liked it.
It was disgusting. Chicken sausage. It shouldn't even be
mean,
called sausage. It should be called chicken.
But it was good to me. Like I said, my wife doesn't have a really expensive palate for food. But I thought it was pretty. I mean, I hate McDonald's, but I thought it was like
they had that big, thick link, and you bite into a chicken sausage.
But also, as well, we first got there. The food portions are humongous for the restaurants we went to. We went to the first time we got there, the hotel we went. It was like the ribs.
It was ribs, and Ivan had those nachos.
Yeah, my son had nachos, and Trinity had some chicken. And to me, all of it was good. It just gave so much of it, like like on the kids menu, it said like bite size.
That wasn't bite size.
Like bite, so we thought it was gonna be small, so we got it for the kids. And then we know like Trinity had like a whole thing of chicken, and then my son had like a whole
all of us could have shared.
All of us could have shared my son's nacho. I was like, God, no, this is bite size. What's regular size? This like that's like 10 people. So like the portion size is like really big. Big. I enjoyed the ribs. I like that. It was good to me. The nachos, I didn't really eat the nachos because I was already kind of full from the plane.
The nachos were so. It wasn't like the nacho cheese we get here. It was like this.
It's camel cheese.
Yeah. He said that was camel cheese.
It was camel cheese. That's why I taste.
Anybody on here ever had camel?
Yeah, it's camel cheese.
Can y'all believe people eat camel?
People
and I didn't know this, but people drink milk from camels too.
Yeah, people drink milk from camels. Yes, they do. Yeah, It was camel cheese, and then I know my daughter's chicken. I liked it, but it had the taste that you guys didn't like. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and tell them about that smell. You said.
Oh yeah, there's a smell. Oh, it makes me and my kids sick. It's a smell. I think it's something that they cook with, and so maybe it's. I don't know. It's some type of.
It was in the food too.
It's in the food. It's in the food, and then like sometimes when you smell the food, you can't eat it because you just smell it. And so my son got sick one day. We was going on going down the what you call those the sand dunes. And it does a lot of jerking like a roller coaster. And he got sick because somebody in a car had that smell on him.
Are you sure? I think he got sick because of the ice cream.
No, it wasn't that. Oh, they had that Turkish ice cream.
Yeah, Turkish ice cream. That's
he didn't get sick from that.
When you go to Dubai, I didn't taste it myself, but definitely, or I think it might be other countries too. It's called Turkish ice cream, and before you even get the ice cream, it's going to be very hard for you to even obtain the ice cream.
They put on a show just to get your ice cream.
Yeah, it's like a big show. You have to try to grab it out the hand, and it's really cool. It's a really good experience with that. That is cool. And then another thing too. Oh, this is another thing. I gotta put this out there. All right. So if you do go to Dubai or any country, but especially Dubai, though, I strongly recommend this. I know you can go online and you can probably book trips yourself and do it on your own. For this trip for my wife, because I got it for her birthday, I went with a travel agent. Personally, I work at AAA, whatever. I had AAA, a travel agent. I went through that, and it was just so convenient because like travel agent helped me plan the trip and everything. That's why we had a good time. I'm not promoting AAA, but I'm just saying I think a travel agent would definitely be useful and helpful when you're going anywhere, especially out of the country where you're not familiar with. You know what to do. They can give you some good ideas of what to do. Like as soon as we got there, they had our names, at the airport.
We felt special. They had the sign. That's the first time we had it. It had our names.
Had our names on there, and then the next day coming back down for every excursion trip we had to do. They had our name. They were just waiting for us. It was just so my kids even said they felt like celebrities.
They felt like royalty.
I didn't say royalty.
Yes, they did. Trinity felt like she. Yes, they did.
Okay. You said royalty.
Trent said she felt like she was living in a penthouse.
Oh wow! So yeah, and that's thanks to the travel agent that helped us select the room and everything, from the flight to the room to all the excursions and everything. The travel agent helped with that, and I think definitely book through a travel agent. I strongly recommend that because I know again we can do stuff online by ourselves and everything, but travel agent can make your trip so much better, and
So I got a question for you. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being poor and 10 being like the most amazing time ever, what would you rank your experience with going to Dubai?
I'll say 9.5.
What's missing out of that 0.5?
Making the team. We still didn't. I mean, as much as we did, we still didn't get to do some of the things that I wanted to do. Like we went to the mall. I meant the mall, but the museum of the future, right? And unfortunately, it was sold out. We couldn't buy any tickets for that. We went to the Burj.
If you ever go to Dubai and you want to go to the Museum of the Future, you need to buy your ticket
in advance,
2 months in advance.
Yeah. Well, you're not getting in there. So we went inside the museum. Just took a few pictures, I believe, but we did not, get to see the whole museum. The mall is great; it's humongous.
We didn't get to see the whole mall.
We did not get to see the whole mall. There's a lot of stuff to do in the mall.
They say the mall was it 4 football fields long?
Yes, 4 football. Honestly, I think the mall is probably about. I think it's bigger than 4 football field. I think it's honestly. I really think it's about like 4 Galleria malls.
Right, it's 3 because it's 3 levels.
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 Galleria malls.
Yeah, I was tired of walking.
In case you don't know what the Galleria is a big mall they have here in Houston, Texas, and basically like the Galleria Mall is be like this one section of that mall in Dubai. Mm-hmm. It's a humongous mall. So
that's true.
And like I said, we had fun in the mall, and we went to the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world.
Burj Khalifa.
That's the tallest building in the world, and so that was pretty cool. We went to see that, and then but the other thing, again, as much as we did, we went to the mall, we went to the museum, we wanted to go to the Dubai Frame, but we ran out of time, so I was on. We saw it from the road, but we didn't actually get to go up to the Dubai Frame. We missed out on that. We didn't go to the seven-star hotel that they have. We saw it, but we didn't go to it.
Yeah. I think in order to see all of that, you need about at least 8 days. But I feel like I was ready to come home anyway because I was exhausted after 6. I think you need, if you want to see the entire Dubai and everything they have to offer, I think you need probably 2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks to see everything. We didn't go to the Hotel Atlantis. I definitely want. This is why I want to go back because we didn't experience the full of Dubai. And then I know we went to the marina. It was like outside of downtown. We saw the sand dune rides, riding the camels. That was fun. It was great.
The water show was nice.
Show was nice. And we did a lot. Don't forget about the fire. They got twirling the fire and all that in the desert. Then they had the spinning guy. I don't know how he can spin that long.
10 minutes long, turning in circles.
Yeah, doing tricks and stuff. I don't know how he's able
to do that.
I don't know.
That was pretty crazy.
We did a lot. Again, I had to give that thanks to the travel agent for that. But even after doing all of that, we still did not get to do everything. I don't think you can, but
I could say the worst part of our trip was the last day, and it wasn't even bad. It was just that we ended up getting a little bit turned around, and we were trying to get on the train. And when I say I've never seen this before, I guess people say this happens, but 20 trains minimum, at least 20. I sat there, passed us up, and when I say like sardines. Literally, these people were like sardines where before you can even, people couldn't barely get off the train to let other people on.
I mean, when I'm saying like this, like the people like this on the train, on the shuttle, it was literally like that. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, a small number that 20 went past us. It was probably 30. Then finally they just sent an empty train through so that the people that are stopped can get on. But at the end of it all, we got in there. We were still like sardines, but we got off. We were all the way on the other side of town. It's dark. We don't know where we are. We're thinking we were by our hotel, but our hotel was like, 14 miles away?
Yes, it was.
So we had to catch another taxi.
Okay. But it's the thing, though. And this is the thing, right? If we were any other city in the world, or I say city in America. I'm not going to have to say this. Like, it was late. We didn't know where we were, but because we were in Dubai, we didn't have to worry about any type of crime. Like, we in the wrong neighborhood. We had to look around. We didn't have to.
No, you don't have to do that.
You didn't have to do it's like, we were really far from our destination, and we did not know where we were in this part of the city of Dubai.
And it was dark.
Another thing as well too. If you go there, make sure you have a good data plan. Too, because like some areas, you're not gonna be able to get on the Wi-Fi, or use your Wi-Fi sparingly because you're gonna need Wi-Fi to be able to call a taxi and things like that. It was a couple of times that we were kind of in the area where we didn't have access to Wi-Fi because our phones weren't working all the time, 100%, and we could not call the cab. We had to walk pretty like
No matter a couple of times you just told us to sit still while you Wi-Fi.
So that's what happened. Yeah, there's a few times where I said, hey guys, you guys sit right here. I had to go to a hotel or a store or something to get Wi-Fi so I can call the taxi, because the thing is they have an app. Have many apps out there where you can just call the taxi. Because and then that's how I had to do it. So make sure you have a good data plan, or be aware that you're not going to be able to get Wi-Fi, in that country at every spot. So
can I give a shout out real quick? I know I mentioned her, but I do want to give a shout out to Vivian, my friend from Kenya that I met out there. Whenever you see this video, hey Vivian, can't wait for you to come to America so we can show you around.
Yeah. Oh, speaking about that. The restaurant we went to, that she works at.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't work there anymore, but.
Well, just tell about. The restaurant was.
I don't know the name of it, but that food was so good. That's the one restaurant where we said we knew. So like we told you before, the portion sizes are huge. But we was like, watch, the next time we order, we're gonna try to share, and we're gonna wish that we would have all got our own meal.
Yeah, we did. So
this was the one restaurant where the food was so good.
But the portion size was small.
The portion size was small. It was like, oh man. But that's okay. We didn't want to overdo it. So
yeah, the portion size was small, but it was really good. I mean, they made everything from scratch. Everything, even the drinks to the pasta, everything was from scratch, and you could tell it's an Italian restaurant. I asked the guy that was working there, is this restaurant in the United States? And honestly, I think even if it was in the United States, I don't think the quality would be as good as it was there. Because the thing is, because when we got there, right, the wait was long.
Yeah. And not to sit down.
No, not to sit down.
To get our drinks took like
to get our drinks and the food. Like basically it's like this. It was like to a point to where it's like, if we don't get our drinks, soon, we go leave, right? That was the that was like, dang, it's taking way too long. What's going on?
But usually it don't take them but 5 minutes to bring some drinks.
Yeah, but the thing is, unawares to us, they will actually we got strawberry lemonade, right? They actually squeeze the lemons, and chopped up the strawberries and everything, and it was like from scratch. and I got a glimpse of them doing that. I said maybe they're actually making the lemonade from scratch. It's not like powdered lemonade we used to. And then we got it. I slipped just, oh my gosh, it's so good. And it was so good that I didn't want to just slurp it down because how I usually do.
Yeah, but my husband, y'all, I don't know if anybody else's husband does this. My husband drinks, and I'm not over exaggerating, 3.
Whatever.
Yes, you do.
That's exaggeration.
The containers in Houston be this big. Before we get our meal, Jamal has already drunk one. While we drinking our meal, he's drunk another one. And he still says, excuse me, ma'am. And I think the people, the waitress are shocked because he says, can I have another refill? They looking at him like, oh, you want another refill? I'm like, Jesus. But here he actually, the cup wasn't even that big. It wasn't even as big as the ones in Houston. It was about this big. And he actually made that thing last to the end. I was Lord.
It's the thing is, when something is that good, it's not going to taste every ounce of that drink.
To taste every ounce.
Yeah, so I said I gotta take my time with this. This is just too good. I could tell it took time with everything to make that drink, just to drink. I mean, I'm not even talking about the food, just to drink alone by itself. It wasn't alcohol to drink. It was just strawberry lemonade. They just made it so good. I said I'm gonna take my time with this. Is just too good just to slurp down. So then we got the food. We got like a pasta.
First we had an appetizer, which was like this little crust with some tomatoes on top. I forgot what you called it.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good too. I don't know what it was called. That was good. I was like, dang, this.
I think it was like bruschetta bread.
Yeah,
it almost looked like pico de gallo on top, but it was something else.
And so I bit into it. And I was like, "Ooh, this is real!" Like, it
was fresh.
It was fresh. It was fresh. And the thing that Batman was mad about it is, it was only 4 pieces. Wasn't it?
4 pieces.
It was 4 pieces. I was like, I'm on board. This is too good. This is like dog is good. And then after that, the pasta.
Well, you get happy over this food, aren't you?
Well, I mean, you know how I love food, but especially good food though. Especially good food.
They brought
I gotta give the shot. We gotta post this restaurant. You did take a picture of it, so yeah. If y'all ever to buy, y'all gotta hit this restaurant. It was an Italian restaurant.
We might have had a good night. We have to go one more time and taste it in B&B for sure.
I'm gonna talk. I don't care.
Because just like we did swamp chicken, the first time with the swamp chicken, it was so good. Yeah. And then after the swamp chicken, the next time it was like, what is this? It really came from a swamp.
Here we go. It's not that bad. But anyway, no, it was good though. Because everything was fresh. And then the pasta though. Tell about the pasta.
Oh yeah, that pasta was it came out. It was so pretty. It was in there that I think it was shrimp. Was it shrimp? No, it was chicken. It was shrimp.
It was chicken. I think it was chicken. It wasn't shrimp.
Chicken Alfredo. They got us this one little bowl because Ivan didn't want pizza. We had pizza too. But it was so creamy and rich, and it was steamy. And how do we wrap that thing around?
Wrap it around a fork, like,
and then you bite, and you like, you just bite, like, oh, this is good. This is good. We trying to scrap, we trying to portion everybody a little bit. Who get the last drop? So I got the last drop because he didn't want the pizza because the pizza was good. Oh, the pizza was good too. You throw that cheese and stringing and all the meat.
That good old camel cheese.
That was not.
That was camel cheese.
Camel cheese.
That was camel cheese. Yes, it was. It was camel cheese.
Well, that time the camel cheese tasted good.
Yeah,
I have to say that.
Yeah, so it's like that restaurant was good. It just.
And that's when we met Vivian. She was so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's one of the guys that go to the restaurant try it out.
She had us come up there. She was like, "You're gonna like it." And I said, "Okay, we'll give it a try."
Yeah, so it was authentic. Now
wait a minute. Them taxis got over on us though. The taxis.
You gotta be watchful of the taxis.
My brother said they got over on us. He said they wouldn't have did that to him if he was there.
Well, that's what happens. We just you
how we paid $100 for one taxi, 100 dirhams for one taxi, and then
you come back
it's 20 dirhams.
But the thing is, though, it was a BMW.
But still, and then even the regular taxis, we in a regular taxi, we sitting at a light.
Yeah,
the money going up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
$1, $2. We
wasn't even moving.
We're not even moving. But one time when the guy picked us up, he was already at $12.50 when he picked us up. $12 dirhams before we even got in the car.
Yeah. So taxis, yeah, and it got to a point to one guy was asking us like, "Why is the thing going up and we're not even moving?" He was like, "Try to play."
Yeah.
I'm just new here.
Yeah.
He's the only cab driver that didn't speak English. By the way, every single one after that they spoke English, but he's the only one when it was going up on us. It was like, wait a minute, hold up. He's like, I just work here. I just started. I don't know what to do. And
that's why we tried to catch the train the next time. We was like, wait a minute, they about to get us. We got to get on this train. But we might as well should have just rode the taxi because we rode the train. We was all lost, getting confused. We sat at that one station for about at least 45 minutes. I know because Jamal and Trinity took a nap. Me and
I was that tired. We was doing so much.
See, he just went to sleep on us. We in a strange place, sitting there with all these people.
We in the bar. We safe.
Me and Isaac was up. Isaac had my back. We was up together looking.
We was safe. Nobody's gonna hurt y'all.
But we sat there for 45 minutes trying to get on the train. I mean, if they hadn't sent an empty train to us, we probably would have sat there for 2 hours because it was their rush hour and everybody was going home. And at the end of it all, when we thought we made progress, we were on the other side of town. Yeah. So we had to find another taxi.
But that taxi was okay though.
He was okay. Yeah.
He was okay. Every taxi driver is not the same, but y'all, I'll just say this: take the local taxis, and take the local. Don't do like the BMW because they will tax you for that dirham. And then another thing as well, outside the taxis, what else you want to say?
The train, the taxi, the hotel. That hotel has some good juice.
Oh yeah, so as soon as you walk in,
when we first walked in, just imagine, guys.
It's mango.
You get off this beautiful plane. Every plane has their own pillow, blanket, headphone set, TV with every movie that you want to watch. They have all the games you want to play. They give you 3 meals, so you already feel like royalty. You can walk around the plane so you won't get stiff and get like blood clots. Mm-hmm. So you walk around the plane and stretch a little bit. When you get off the plane, you have somebody with the sign calling you. They put you in this SUV that's all leather, air conditioner, brand new. So you feeling great. Then you get there and all the what you call the people that took our luggage?
Were
they bus boys? Well, anyway,
not bus boys. Concierge.
I don't know, but they took our luggage, brought it to our rooms. But while we were sitting to check in, they even had these little bitty shot glasses for some juice that was like
mango juice.
We just couldn't stop. Me and the kids, Jamal checking in. Me and the kids back there. Ooh, let's get one more. We get some more.
I know.
We get some more.
Come on, y'all. Acting like y'all tourism for this.
That's enough trend.
Getting all the shots. I'm like, goodness.
So that's enough. Let me get one more, Mom. Just one more. Go back over there, get some more. But that was nice. And then we get to the room and we see the whole skyline, which was beautiful. It was like, wow, I cannot believe we're on the other side of the world.
And speaking about the skyline, it's going back to this. You said it earlier about the construction. Okay. So in the United States, right, or wherever city you may from, you've been to a city, you see them build a skyscraper, right? And on average, from what I've seen from my life, how long does it usually take them to build like a skyscraper in the United States? I think it might take them, 2 or 3 years, possibly.
Depends.
It depends on the company, but 2 or 3 years. It takes a while to build actual like hotels. In Dubai, they could probably build a skyscraper in 1 year, like literally just 1 year, or less, because they are working on every skyscraper is 24/7. It's like they have a daytime crew, and they have a nighttime crew. They're always working. It's like the building. The people take breaks, but the building construction does not take breaks.
Because they work 24/7.
24/7. They always work. That's why, like like the Burj Khalifa, right? Burj Khalifa.
Burj.
Burj.
It's not a Burj. It's a Burj.
Burj Khalifa.
BURJ.
All right. That's the tallest building in the world, and it only took them 7 years to build it. And so I looked at it. I said, wait a minute, 7 years? It started in what 2012, 2013.
Well, you talked about the Bible too, about how.
Oh yeah. I think it's like this is when I was on top of the Burj Khalifa, right? And I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, so it took them 7 years to build this, right? And then it's like, I wonder how long the Tower of Babel, would have taken, how big it was, or was the Tower of Babel, was it even taller than this, or why the guy, confused the language, it's like, think about that. So in the Bible days, this is the tallest man-made building that we have today. How big must the Tower of Babel must have been? I don't know. It's just a hypothetical question, not meant to be answered. But but if I had to put my imagination with it, must have been like 2 times the size of the Burj Khalifa, maybe. I don't know.
We were up there. We were pretty high. We didn't even go to the top. We were on 124. It was like 159, I think. I think it's 159 floors, and we went to 124. And so it was just nice. You could see the entire skyline, everything.
You see everything. You can see the desert. You can see the ocean. You can see everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the desert. That sand in the desert was so soft. It's like silky, and it's pretty. There's no dirt. There's no, you go to the beach and you have all this trash and stuff. There was nothing in that sand but just soft sand.
Yeah, you can walk barefooted. And you don't have to worry about stepping on trash and all that. That's nasty stuff. And
it's cooler in the desert than it is in the city.
Yep.
Which is surprising. I thought it would have been hot in the desert, but they say because of the wind and the sand mixed together, some type of way the breeze blows off the sand.
It's basically the cement. Cement makes it hotter.
But I just would have thought the desert would have been hotter than the city.
Is, it can get hot, but because all that cement is still in the city.
Yeah, and that sand, it gets cold at night too.
Yeah, it does get really cold. It gets cold at night in the desert too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we have we could talk about Dubai for a long time because there was so much to see. So much to do. We enjoyed it. I wanted to give it a 10 out of 10 myself because just the experience. If we didn't do anything, just the airfare, just flying in the hotel itself. If we just did those 2 things, I was just in amaze because I was like, wow, God, this is the other side of the world. I'm just thinking of the bigger picture. If they everybody doesn't get a chance to do this.
So you definitely have a chance to go to Dubai. I definitely encourage you to go. It's an awesome place to go. They have good foods. They have, again, all types of foods from all across the world. They do have a lot of American restaurants there. There's no pork, so if you're a big pork eater, I'm sorry about that. There's no pork. But definitely encourage you to go and take your friends and family.
We said it before, safety is so when we got Jamal and I, and as a family, we all said we've been preaching this. When we go to other countries, we stand together no matter what. We're never splitting up. All 4 of us, no matter where we go. If we're going to the nail shop, all of us are going to the nail shop. So we get there, and we do stick together. But when we get back to America, I'm like, wait a minute. Kids, y'all get in front of me. This is where we need to be watching our kids. In Dubai, they can be wherever they want to be.
They really could. They would have been all right.
It's like you come back to America and you got to hold on to your kids tight. But in Dubai, you just
in America, you might get them snatched.
They're not going to snatch you in Dubai. Nothing. They're going to be so nice and kind. And like I said, there was nobody was cursing, swearing. The only thing that I didn't seemed like a lot of people like to smoke cigarettes. Right? Didn't it seem like a lot of smoking?
I didn't see
that. Well, maybe that was more so on the outside of the mall, but it seemed like it was.
On the outside of the mall, maybe, but I didn't see it too often. I don't remember.
I was seeing quite a few people smoking cigarettes because even Ivan was like, "Why is everybody smoking?"
Okay, maybe so, but I don't know. Yeah, but like I said, it's clean. Other major cities of the world, you see graffiti and stuff like that. There's no graffiti. Like people in front of their place of business, I see people just sweeping, keeping it clean, and it's just clean.
Imagine 2 days ago, me and the kids were coming back from somewhere. I think I picked them up from school. I don't know, but right down the street, I kid you not, it was disgusting. I was driving and I didn't want to believe what I saw, but there was this man. It was 2 men. One man was, and we're on a major street, and I said, I'm in my head. I said, I can't. I hope that's not what I see. I hope that's not what he's doing. All I saw was butt. And so I drove close. And I said, y'all, his pants are down. And they looked, and I said, he is over there boo-booing. And they was like, ew. So this is in America where you have people broad daylight pull their pants down and boo-boo. And the boo-boo was going all on the fence. And my son was like, I have never seen anybody boo-boo standing up. And I was like, I've just never seen anybody just pull their pants down and boo-boo. And it was like, it was watery and brown on the fence like a dog.
Y'all are really looking at that. Yeah,
but the worst part,
you caught all the details.
The worst part, he took a receipt off the ground and wiped his rear end with it and threw it back down.
You caught. I would have stopped looking at the wild.
I was in a maze. I was like, I cannot. I've seen men stand up and go urinate in the corner, but I've never seen someone stand on the middle of the street and pull their pants down and go. But
this is America.
This is America. In Dubai, you would never see that.
They get deported in Dubai.
You would get deported immediately if you just dare pull your pants down to take a peek. Because Jamal told me in one of the bathrooms in the market that they were like sardines. The men were like sardines in that bathroom.
Yeah, my son had to use the restroom, and it's like, I guess because sometimes a man, like if we think we can get away with it, if we just have to pee whatever, we'll pee in the corner or pee behind the building or something like that. But in Dubai, they don't take no chances. So like that's like most of the time, like in America, you see most of the time it's crowded women bathrooms. You have a line outside. Well, in this particular case, there was a line on the inside of the men's bathroom. Like honestly, I'm glad I put with my son because he would not have been able to use the restroom if I wasn't there with. I had to push past people to get to a stall. It was packed in there. I was like, God,
kind of like that train, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like a train. Yeah.
Yep. And the most thing I think I was happy about was I got to experience it with my family, with my husband. We did something that together as a family that none of us have ever experienced before. So it was just good to know. It kind of brought us closer together as a family. We stuck on a plane together, coming back for 16 and a half hours. We just everywhere together, keeping it. The kids had they had their own room. We had our own room. So they enjoyed that. That's why Trey says she felt like she was in a penthouse. That was the first time having her entire room to herself. And they had a jacuzzi tub, a separate shower. Now they did have those in the bathrooms. What are those things where they flush their butt?
Oh, we did. I should have used those. I think it's called a bidet or something like that. But yeah, basically, they have the things where we don't have this in the United States. I think it's mostly in European countries or maybe just countries in general outside the United States. But if you take a dump if you want to, you can take the hose and just spray your butt down.
That's one thing that I don't know how they do that though. Because I'm like, how you sitting on the toilet and spray your butt while you're on the toilet and without getting wet?
After you're supposed to get wet. That's the whole point.
No, your clothes are gonna get wet.
No, I mean the clothes are down. So it's like this. Like it makes sense. Like when you say you do number 2, whatever, and then you wipe your butt, and then after that, tissue paper. I don't care what it tears.
No, it don't get stuck in mine.
Tissue paper tears. It's sometimes it tears. It tears sometimes, and so it's like, how can you get that tissue paper and that's stuck to you? But you have that thing and just.
So you wait. You just revealed something.
What?
So you telling me when you go that sometimes you have tissue paper stuck up there?
Yeah, sometimes, but I clean myself really good. So that's like if I do number 2, you don't need my wife.
I don't have tissue.
Time out. See, my wife don't pay attention. We've been married going on 13 years. She hasn't noticed this about me yet. But like sometimes, like when I do number 2, sometimes I immediately take a shower afterwards, or when I take a shower, like. I'm really cleaning that area really good just to get any type of thing I missed with the tissue paper. I clean it thoroughly. My behind is clean, and so and then I throw the towel. That's why I go through. I go through towels a lot more than my wife because I clean in that area really good.
I clean mine.
No, I don't know. I
clean mine.
I know you keep the same towel.
Don't be putting my business out there.
A longer period of time than
That's
I do.
okay. I don't wash my face with it.
Yeah, I use it. I throw it in the dirty clothes, but I want to use it again.
That's fine. That's fine. If you don't wipe yourself good enough, that's fine. But I wipe myself good.
I wipe myself real good
I don't
too.
have toilet tissue hanging when I'm done. How we get on toilet tissue?
You talk
about the guy.
Day, whatever that thing is. Unfortunately, I should have tried. I should at least try it, but I didn't even try when I was there. I should have just just to try to experience.
I was scared to try because I'm like, all my clothes gonna get wet.
Next time I'm gonna try. If we go out of the country again, I'm actually gonna try it. I was just too afraid, and I might have to watch a YouTube video on how to use it.
But this was part one. I don't know. Should we do a part two?
I don't think we have to do a part two unless people ask about it.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions about Dubai, put them in the comments and we'll reply back to the comments. We just want to share our experience. It was so much fun and it was beautiful. We can't tell you everything. Pictures won't even do justice. You have to just go see it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but with that being said,
wait, we didn't talk about the camels.
The camels, we kind of did. I said we rode camels.
Oh, we rode camels.
Yeah, we rode them. They were good. They were nice and cute as a camel could be, I guess.
I tell you what, riding a camel is not for the weak. Because my inner thighs, they were hurting. Felt like I was working out. Just riding that camel. They was like, those inner thighs were getting a good workout. I was wondering about the next day. I could barely walk. The guy said we took the tour. We took the tour through the desert on the camels. The first camel ride was about 30 minutes long. And then we sat around and ate breakfast and everything. And he said, y'all ready to go back on the camels? I was in that car. He said, y'all don't want to ride the camels? No, we're going to ride back. I said, I can't do another 30 minutes back. So the next day, I was so sore and I couldn't understand why. And I was like, oh, the camel. And Jamal was talking about, I don't know if I should say this, but he was like, well, if you practice riding the camel, you should have been practicing at home, then you wouldn't have that problem. I'm like, how am I practice riding a camel at home? We don't have camels.
Oh, boy. You try to make it so hard joke. But okay. Is that it? We have something else to say?
I guess I'm done, but.
Okay. All right. So that was
Coffee
with Jim and Ash. All right.
It's all going
See y'all later. Bye-bye.
We'll see you next week, 12 o'clock. Enjoy the Super Bowl game. I don't care who wins, but me and Carmen are getting ready to go make some gumbo.
All right. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You need to start using that broadcast on yours that time.